In this video, we're going to be discussing distributing, then combine like terms. So first we'll distribute, then we'll combine our like terms. So whenever I'm looking at a problem such as this first example, if there's no number in front of my parentheses, I can write in our hidden 1, and now we're ready to distribute. So first I'll distribute the 1 outside this parentheses to both terms on the inside. Well, 1 times x will be x, and then 1 times a positive 3 will be positive 3. Now when I'm distributing this 2, I really have to distribute a negative 2, because I have to distribute the sign that's attached to the 2. So I'm distributing negative 2 to x, which will be negative 2x. Then I'm going to distribute negative 2 to 4, which will be negative 8. Now I'm ready to combine my like terms. Well, I have a x and a negative 2x. So when I combine these, I have different signs. And if I have, we can almost think of this as a 1x. So if I combine my coefficients, I will have a positive 1 and a negative 2, which would be a negative 1x. And then I have a positive 3 and a negative 8, so I have different signs. Subtract and keep the sign of the larger number. So I have 8 minus 3 is 5, keeping the sign of the 8, so it's a negative 5. And there is our final answer. On this next problem, on this next example, I'll want to do the same idea. Well, I have to distribute the 3 to the inside of my first set of parentheses, but then I have this negative here with no coefficient out front of this parenthesis. And just like on that previous example where we wrote in our hidden 1, we can do the same thing right here. So I'm going to be distributing the 3. 3 times 2x will be a 6x. Then 3 times a positive 4 will be a positive 12. Next, I'm going to distribute this negative 1. So I have a negative 1 times x will be a negative 1x. Then a negative 1 times a negative 2 will be a positive 2. So now it's time for us to combine like terms. Well, I'll combine my x's together, and if I have a positive 6x and a negative 1x, different signs subtract, and I get 5x, keeping the sign of the larger number. And then I'll combine my constants, my positive 12 and my positive 2, and that will be 12 plus 2 is a positive 14. And there is my final answer.